You've probably had those nights, lying awake, staring at your bank account balance, and wondering if everyone else has figured out a secret you haven't. You scroll through your feed and see a parade of brand new cars, perfectly staged home renovations, and trips to Europe. And the immediate question that hits you is simple: how are they paying for all this? The answer is that our idea of normal wealth is almost entirely a fiction. We measure our internal financial reality against the highly curated highlight reel of everyone around us. Today, we're dropping the social media filters and looking directly at the actual bank accounts of the typical American worker. Following the typical financial path in this country creates a specific trajectory, one that we can trace year by year to see exactly where it ends up. To understand your own position, we have to map out the timeline of the average American, from that very first paycheck all the way to retirement day. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a typical full-time worker earns about $52,000 per year. That breaks down to roughly $1,000 every single week. That $52,000 is the median. That means it sits dead center. Half of all workers earn more than this amount, and exactly half earn less. This bar graph starts at that $52,000 baseline, but watch what happens. Federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare take their cut. Very quickly, that $52,000 gross income shrinks down to between $35,000 and $40,000 of actual take-home pay. Focusing on a gross salary creates a false sense of security. The smaller post-tax number is the only money you actually have available to fund your life. Here is where the financial pressure begins. The average American household spends about $67,000 a year. This pie chart maps out that $67,000 total budget, and the largest single expense is practically unavoidable. Over $22,000 a year, roughly $1,885 a month, goes straight toward keeping a roof over your head. As we add new slices to the chart, the remaining cash evaporates. Keeping everyone fed runs over $8,000 a year. Transportation, car payments, gas, and maintenance eats up another $11,000. And if you live anywhere near a major coastal city, that $1,885 average won't even cover a studio apartment. The structure reveals a fundamental gap. A household burning through $67,000 a year needs to pull in far more than the median individual income just to stay level. So how do millions of people bridge the gap between what they earn and what they spend? They borrow it. The average household is carrying over $9,000 in credit card debt. Look at this line graph. The flat line represents that $9,000 balance. If you're paying a standard 20% interest rate on that balance, the second line shows you throwing away $1,800 every single year just to service the debt. Credit reporting agencies tell us the average FICO score is a seemingly solid 715. But that score can be deceptive. It just means the average person is reliable at making minimum monthly payments on time. It has nothing to do with building wealth. This kind of consumer debt buys clothes, dinners, and electronics that depreciate the moment you swipe. It is a highly efficient machine for draining wealth to maintain an appearance of success. When every spare dollar goes toward credit card interest and lifestyle upkeep, there is barely anything left to keep. Americans manage an average savings rate of just 6%. Decades of that saving habit culminate at age 61, the average retirement age in America. And Federal Reserve data shows that people reaching that finish line have a median retirement balance of exactly $88,000. Looking at this equation, we applied the traditional 4% withdrawal rule, a standard guideline for taking money out of retirement accounts safely. Pulling 4% from an $88,000 nest egg leaves you with a monthly income of about $300. A lifetime of 40-hour work weeks, stress, and commuting leaves the typical worker trying to fund 2 decades of retirement on $300 a month. The math makes one thing extremely clear. The average approach to personal finance in this country results in a significant shortfall. 25% of Americans reach the end of their careers with $0 saved, planning to rely entirely on whatever the government can provide. These statistics redefine what it means to be successful. Normal is no longer a goalpost you should be trying to reach. It's a warning sign of what happens when you follow the crowd. Escaping this cycle doesn't require extreme luck, a 6-figure salary, or complex market strategies. It simply requires you to stop matching the habits of everyone else. First, you step out of the 6% savings trap. Look at your monthly budget, cut the excess, and target saving 10 to 15% of your income. Second, you stop bleeding cash to credit card companies. Pay your statement balances in full every single month. If you can't pay cash for the purchase, you do not buy it. This graph reveals the difference those small pivots make over time. You take that newly freed cash and you consistently invest it to compound in low-cost index funds for the long term. The data shows exactly how the average life can become a trap, but it also shows the specific steps required to avoid it. Now that you know where the crowd is going, you have the formula needed to secure your future and leave normal behind.